And joining us now to tell us more about today's hearing is our correspondent, Joyce Ilas. Morning, Joyce.
Good morning. It's nice to be back here.
All right, Joyce, tell us, what do senators want to know in the hearing today?
So among the issues senators want to discuss today is whether or not corruption and abuse are involved in the implementation of the good conduct time allowance law. So the supposed early release of a convicted rapist and murderer, former Calauan Laguna Mayor Antonio Sanchez Asuino, has raised a lot of questions, not just from senators, but from many Filipinos as well. Now, the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Richard Gordon believes that someone may have benefited from the supposed early release of Sanchez, while Senate Justice Committee Vice Chairman Ping Lacson said that, or he fears that corruption may be seeping into the Bureau of Corrections, which is now led by former Customs Commissioner Nicanor Faeldon. Let's listen to their statements.
If they could give practically people cell phones inside, allow them to have television sets, allow them to have air conditioning, allow them to bring drugs, and then recommend them for good conduct discharge, there's something wrong, isn't there?
By his own admission, sinabi na rin ni Director Faeldon na 11,000 yung naka-line up na i-release. Baka naman parang container, per container 5,000 or 10,000. Baka naman per released convict, baka naman meron din corresponding amount. And when we talk of 11,000 convicts to be released at 10,000 each or 5,000 each, you can just imagine the huge amount of money involved. I'm not saying it happened, but sabi ko nga, pwedeng isipin.
Okay, well, Joyce, Bucor Chief Nicanor Faeldon, he's been subpoenaed. Who else is invited to the hearing today?
Faeldon, yes, that's right. Faeldon was subpoenaed late last week. He was sent an invitation, but he also said initially that he will not be attending the hearing because he said that he is attending a training seminar sponsored by the Canadian Embassy. But after being subpoenaed, his wife and his office confirmed just yesterday afternoon his attendance to CNN Philippines. He said that Faeldon will now attend the hearing. Now, Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara will also attend the hearing later to answer questions on the legal and policy framework of the GCTA. Now, we also expect family members of heinous crime victims to attend today, such as the Sarmenta and Gomez families and the Chong family. Now, some senators earlier said that releasing heinous crime victims puts at risk the lives of their victims' families.
Right. Now, Faeldon has said he will show up, but just in case, for any reason, he does not show up, what will the committees do?
Now, in a radio interview over the weekend, Gordon said that the committee may have Faeldon detained if he doesn't show up today. Detained not in the Senate, but at the Pasay City Jail. Because if you can recall, in 2017, the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee also invited Faeldon and eventually had him cited for contempt because he refused to participate in the committee's probe on the 6.4 billion peso shabu shipment that entered the country. Faeldon was detained in the Senate in September 2017. He even spent Christmas there. And in January 2018, he was transferred to the Pasay City Jail. He was eventually released in March that year. So now, 2 years later, Faeldon is expected to reunite with Lacson and Gordon. And I guess we'll just have to wait if we'll see a repeat of what happened in September 2 years ago.
All right, certainly it's going to be a very busy day for you, and we look forward to hearing your updates throughout the day. Joyce Ilas, thanks so much for being here.
All right, thank you.
So that was our Joyce Ilas telling us about today's Senate hearing on the GCTA law. CNN Philippines will give you that hearing live later this morning.